Hi, I'm Max. I'm the founder and leader of the Ilomon Project. This has been a project 2 years in the making, and I'm super excited to kind of continue to develop it in the future and also show you a little bit about the outcomes of this project in this short video. So last summer, I spent a month traveling Tanzania, going to 5 remote villages where I interviewed local Maasai about the local remedies and medicinal traditions they use in their daily life. All the plants that I found while I was there, the Maasai names are all on my portfolio here. And along with researching the names of these plants, I also took over 250 photographs of the plants, in addition to 105 total audio recordings, in which I record the Maasai describing their uses for the plants. Now, the main outcome of this fieldwork portion was my complete web database, which is available for the public and it's completely free access. So I go in a little bit more in my essays about why this aspect of being free for the public is important for my project. But really quickly, I just want to go over what that looks like in my website form. So if you click on this URL, for instance, this will take you straight to the database page. This is what it should look like. You can see that there's several filters that you can use to filter down your medicines, which are all down here, all 87. Not all of them are also medicines. You can see that occasionally they'll have ones that are for gum or for odor, such as perfume. Some are for religious use. So there's really quite a variety of things that the Maasai use plants for in addition to medicines. To access each plant's page, simply click anywhere in the box on the database homepage. At the top, there's some basic plant details, including its scientific names and common names, which not all of the entries have because it's very hard to find the scientific and common names from just a photograph and a Maasai name, since I'm not a trained botanist. But some of them do have the names, which makes them easily searchable. Below that, you're going to see all three translations in Maasai, Swahili, and English. That includes the Maasai transcription, which is straight from the audio recording. And speaking of the audio recording, that's going to be located at the bottom of the page here. And you can see that that's playable. I can play that right now. So that's the raw file that I recorded in Tanzania. And now finally, you also have the pictures of the plant that I took. In this case, there are just two, which show kind of the full plant and then a small detail of the plant. So overall, you get a pretty good idea of what the plant does and what it looks like. So this website is a major achievement for me. I'm not a web developer in any way, and there's still a lot of work to be done. As you can see, there's some parts of the medicines database that are still in beta. That includes the part used section. You can see that you can filter by bark, leaves, root, or stem, which parts are used for consumption. And that's not completely developed, but it will be soon. And the other part still in beta is the search button, which I'm working with a web developer to put this on the database. But once it's done, it'll also allow you to search all the text in all the files, which will make kind of searching for individual little words a lot easier. So now that we've gone over the website and my future plans for how the website will be developed, I want to circle back to both my own future plans and my plans for my project, which include creating a children's book and returning to Africa for more research. I'm currently working with a Maasai-run cultural center to produce and distribute a children's book with simplified versions of the translations and transcriptions available on my website. Many rural Maasai kids grow up with these plants, and it makes sense for them to be part of their Swahili and English education, while also ensuring that their local medicinal culture is taught and preserved. Despite their tribe's size, the Maasai are famously reclusive about many aspects of their culture, even towards other tribes living in the same areas of Tanzania. I'm actually honored to find myself working with many of the most outspoken minds for cultural preservation, whom I met thankfully through this project. Although I'm still in high school, I find it hard to envision a future in which I am not working with some aspect of African culture. This project has made me realize how misunderstood a lot of the continent is and how vastly much I still don't understand. Although my project is medicine centered, I don't see a future for myself directly in medicine, such as being a surgeon or a doctor. Instead, I want to be more of an ambassador between the world of scientific discovery and the more misunderstood worlds of natural medicine and cultural preservation. People like to kind of separate natural and, quote, Western medicine, but the two fields are inextricably linked in many ways, and projects like mine, I think, help demonstrate that link. Aspirin, which we all know and use, has an active ingredient called salicin, which was ingested by Native Americans through willow bark far before Western doctors boiled the bark to extract salicin to put in pills. Vinblastine and vincristine, which are chemicals used in chemotherapy, are derived from a type of periwinkle, whose use by Indian and South African traditional healers helped make the discovery and use of these chemicals possible for the world. Many pharmaceuticals are derived from natural compounds, and these are just a few examples. I mean, there's plants that the Maasai led me to in Tanzania that they claim can cure cancer. So I'm just really eager to follow these leads and see where they end up. And finally, not if, but when these new medical discoveries are made, it is also my goal to make sure that the contributions of the indigenous communities who made these discoveries possible are not forgotten. Thank you.